Okay, London session took two trades on GBPUSD. GU coming into London session did not have any setups, but I did see that the weekly close as a bullish breakout bar did not fake out the previous week high, and price is retracing back to the breakout level, faked out the momentum time frame right at the low of the week. Now I can instantly recognize this as a possible trend retracement setup. It's not set up perfectly just yet, but I've been trading this setup for so long that I can see when it's forming. So this is the new momentum theory chart. Just updated this on the WAP. On the right is my trading process, and on the left are my setups. This particular setup is my trend retracement setup. This is the setup that I trade the most and the most important one to learn. So what I'm looking for in a trend retracement setup, I want to see higher time frame directional bias, not on the H2, but on the setup time frame, which is the weekly. I trade the weekly bar in the H2. I want to see weekly directional bias. I want to see a weekly breakout bar at key levels. I know that the weekly close as a bullish breakout bar, and I want to see a retracement on this time frame back to the breakout level at the low of the bar, fake out the momentum time frame, and then take the trade back up to the previous week high. So I can see that we have most of these things. We faked out the previous day low, and once we trigger that momentum time frame, I'm looking for one of my alignment patterns. I trade trend retracements as breakout cycles. I'm looking for either a reversal, continuation, or a pullback pattern. I can see that the daily breakout level is breaking out of a low, and we're faking out the current previous day low below that breakout level. So I know that I'm looking at a reversal pattern entry. The safest entry for this is a flip of that breakout level. And I was waiting for that false breakout move back up to the previous week high to take it straight on the H2. But before I can even think about taking this trade, I need to make sure that the higher time frames are valid for me to take a trend retracement setup. So again, I trade the weekly bar on the H2, so I want to see the weekly chart. And so here's the weekly chart. I technically do not have everything that I'm looking for in order to take a trend retracement setup. And the reason why is that I don't have momentum time frame triggered. We did not trigger that previous 3 months low, but I still believe that this chart is bullish. We have market expansion here. We have bullish directional bias. We have a breakout on the 6 months breakout bar, and we're above the breakout level, and we're also above the momentum time frame breakout level as well. So momentum is bullish. Initially, price got below the breakout level, but it reacted right at the range level and then shot back up. So lots of bullish confluence here. And finally, we have a flip of the weekly breakout bar. So a momentum bar, which tells me that the weekly breakout level got flipped, and weekly traders are in trend reversal. So previous trend was bearish, and now we flip that breakout level. Whenever you flip breakout levels, all of this becomes a possible swing point. You can see that here on the H2 breakout bar. Here's the swing point, possible peak formation, and I always want to trade away from that. So lots of bullish confluence here. I don't need a trend retracement signal to let me know that this time frame is bullish. I'm waiting for, whenever there's a breakout bar with bullish confluence, I'm always waiting for price to retrace, fake out the low, and then take the trade back up. So right at London Open, I identified all those things and was waiting for a setup. And so what I wanted to see is price get above this daily breakout level. So nothing for me to do at the moment. And if I go to my trading process here, when I'm trading, these are my trading times. The recommended trading times are all over here, and the ones that I personally trade are the ones in black. So in London Open, I'm waiting for that overlap of Tokyo and London. And right at London Open, I'm looking for trades that I see from the H8, H4, H2, and the daily. If nothing sets up here, then I wait for the next influx of volume, which is the H12, H4, and H2 open. So I'm usually looking focus on that H4 bar. So nothing set up for me at London Open, so I waited until the H4 bar closed. Now the H4 bar did not close above the daily breakout level, so I thought that I had no trades here. But once I looked at the lower time frames, I noticed some interesting behavior here. First, we're above H8 high, so H8 is in a counter trend breakout. Most counter trend breakouts want to go right back to their breakout level. So that was one thing that I liked. We faked out the previous day low. That shows me rejection. Faked out the H8 low. That shows me rejection. And then now the H8 is in bullish breakout. So H8 is pushing up. That's a good confluence here. And then I also noticed that we have very narrow breakout ranges right here. Price is just consolidating this entire time. Right, and so next bar, closed bullish breakout on the H2. And at this point, I immediately know that I'm looking for a trend breakout setup. So trend breakout setup. In a trend breakout setup, I want to see a narrow breakout range. That's the first thing I'm looking for. Breakout range is very narrow here. Breakout level is right here on the H2, and the H2 high is right here. So that's a narrow breakout range. That's what I'm looking for. And then next thing I'm looking for is consolidation between two levels. So we're consolidating. I can very clearly see that we're consolidating between two levels. And then third thing I want to see is a breakout of a range or a fake out, opposite facing fake out bar. And all these yellow lines are ranges. So I can clearly see that there's ranges here, lots of ranges here. And so I'm waiting for this trend breakout setup. So the way I trade trend breakout setups, first thing I want to see is I want to see the market try to push its way up, and then the market gets rejected. So I want to see that rejection. And this lets me know that there are traders trying to push us down, and their stops are going to be here. So if price gets back above, all these sellers are going to immediately turn into buyers. So that's why I'm waiting for that rejection at the top. And then second thing I'm looking for is for price to get down and take out that entire consolidated range. So I want to see price come down and take out the entire consolidated range down here. I want to see a fake out from around here. Easier to see on the M5 here. There's a very tight range. I want to see price reject the top and then get down and take out that entire consolidated range. And then after that, if I'm sitting and watching it, I don't mind taking the trade down here. This is an aggressive entry, but if I'm not sitting and watching it, I'd have my alerts up here, and the safer entry would be the breakout at the top here. So that's what I'm waiting for. Price came up, rejected, and that's exactly what I was waiting for. I want to see that rejection at the top of the range. All time frames here show me that rejection, and then next thing I want to see is price take out that consolidated range. Taking out that consolidation right before the breakout, that's the hint. That's a gift that the market gives you, that it'll let you know that it's about to break out. So around here, I think it dropped down much more than this. Let me see. Yep, right here. Price came down, dropped out, and this is exactly what I'm waiting for. I want to see this entire consolidated range get taken out. And at this point, I'm looking for one of my entry patterns, alignment patterns for ranges. So prices come down, trigger that low, and then I'm looking for one of my range cycle patterns. So it doesn't matter what type of range it is, whether it was formed by an inside bar, outside bar, or fake out bars. The idea is always exactly the same. I want to take trades at the edges or the breakout at the top. And so once price comes down and triggers the low of the setup time frame as well as the momentum time frame, then I'm looking for a reversal cycle entry. So these are the reversal cycles. And again, reversal pattern, continuation pattern, or pullback pattern. 99% of the time, this is the pattern that's going to show up. But in this case, it was actually a pullback pattern. We have the breakout over here, momentum time frame breakout. We're breaking out above the high, and then we got down and faked out the low. And when that happens, I'm looking for that pullback continuation. I'm waiting for price to get back above the breakout level and then take an entry. Indicator lets me know exactly which bar to enter. This is a pullback continuation on the M30, exactly the same as my chart. The pullback continuation move. The ones in black text are the recommended entries, the safest ones to take for these patterns. And so this is the one that I ended up taking. It's right here. This was the first entry that I took. And final target is for a move like this, trend retracement, final target is going to be at the top of that previous week high. But in this case, we did not get above the daily breakout level. Oops. We did not get above the daily breakout level or the H8 breakout level. There's no guarantees that these levels will just immediately break. So this is the first area that I'm looking to take my partials. So in this case, I did take partials right at the H8. So about 2R in this move, this first initial move. So let me just clean this up a bit. So that was my entry. Wanted to take it up to the previous week high. Initially got stuck a bit, and then right around here, I ended up taking the breakout entry as well. So again, indicator lets me know exactly which setup it is, M30 trend breakout. And to show it on the chart here, I'm taking that breakout at the top. I want to see consolidation between levels. There's consolidation between levels. You go down to lower time frames, you're going to see tighter consolidation here, and then take the breakout right to the top. Most breakouts fail, so I had a very quick trigger finger on this one and wanted to take that move right to that breakout level. Ended up taking partials. Maybe I got a little bit greedy, thinking that maybe I caught that low, but in the end, ended up failing, and I got break even on the rest of them. So I did take my partials here, 2R and another 2R here, so about 4R, little less than 4R since I took partials. But then all my entries ended up went break even, and then they all got taken out. So that was it. That's the trade that I took. Trend breakout based off of the H2. Initial idea was the weekly is bullish. Price came down. Was looking for a trend retracement. Wasn't even looking to take a trade on this one, honestly. But once I saw that consolidation, I knew that this was going to be a trend breakout. Got that rejection at the top. Got the rejection at the bottom, and took that breakout from aggressive entry at the low here, reversal, and then took the trend breakout at the top. And that is it on GBPUSD. Trend breakout trade. Let me see. Now it's New York session. Haven't analyzed yet. Don't really like how these bars are closing though. But anyways, I'll do this in a different video. This is an example of a trend breakout. Just in case you don't know yet, on the YouTube, I've been starting to make a new playlist of trend continuation, trend retracement, trend breakouts. My videos are all going to be about my different setups now. And so you can look through all these different trend breakouts and see how consistently I trade it. And yeah, so you can learn the setups in that way now. Okay, and that is it.